Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Gaming Pig. I am once again back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Sanshee Bonnie plushie. So Sanshee recently, in February, re-released the plushies of Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy so far, as well as the cupcake, because the cupcake's kind of a separate plushie. But yeah, so they recently re-released them, and I knew I had to pick up one of them, and I decided to go with Bonnie. Bonnie is just my favorite character from FNAF 1, and honestly, one of my favorites in general. And as well as that, we also, I don't have a Funko Bonnie, so I thought, this is the logical step forward, is to just get Sanshee Bonnie. And I got this about yesterday afternoon, and I'm very pleased with this plushie. So I got him in the package. He came with a little tag, which had this card, which we will look at in a moment, and of course the plushie himself. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. I think I'm going to start with the plushie, then go on to the card, then I'm going to do a few comparisons between Sanshee, Bonnie, and some other Funko plushies that I have, because there are a lot of major differences. So let's jump into it. So alright, here we have Bonnie himself. And first off, he's just so big compared to the Funkos. Again, we'll compare later, but I mean, he's just so big compared to the others. That was the first shocking thing to me. The second shocking thing to me was how soft he is. The material used is just so high quality, and I really, really like it. Those are the two most noticeable things right off the bat, and just right off the bat, really high quality. Also, a lot of accuracy. If you remember, Bonnie appeared in FNAF 2 at the prize counter, I guess that's where Sanshee got their inspiration initially, and it's really accurate to it, from what I remember, and I mean, it just looks really good. I always remember Sanshee kind of based their plushies off what actually appears in the games. The plushies that appear in the games, not necessarily the characters that appear in the games, but their plushie variants. Sanshee based the plushies off the actual plushies from the game series, if you know what I'm trying to say there. And I really think that's cool, because that makes this more of a collector's item, in that this is like a prop, almost, that you could use. You could make your own prize counter if you wanted to, which I think is really cool. Now, let me just look at a few things of the plushie. So, right off the bat, the bow tie is really cool to see, and it apparently is made of the same material as the Security Breach plushies. I only have Security Puppets, which is apparently the same material as the Security Breach plushies, and I don't really recognize this material too much, but so I've heard people complain about that, and to be honest, I don't care. It's a bow. The bow ties always had a different material than the plushie itself, so I don't get why that's, a big deal, but it is a different material at the very least. So yeah, there's that. Then, I guess another thing is that the plushie does not have a tail at the back, which Bonnie confirmed that Bonnie does technically have a tail. Maybe not always, maybe not in Scott's mind always, but he does have a tail. So it would have been nice if they added that, but I'm not really too bothered by it. Not something that I was really needing and looking for. So yeah. Now also, they have the tag here, which just says Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 Scott Cawthon copyright, which is really fun to see. And then on the back, it has, actually, Scott Games is promoted there, as well as Sanshee. And it's made in China for ages 14 and up, which I know you guys can't see this, but yeah, ages 14 and up, which is actually a really interesting note. Their intended audience is for collectors, which I think is another really cool thing, which differs a lot from Funko. Funko, I mean, you can get these for really cheap, and they're not bad by any stretch, at least most of them. But in comparison to Sanshee, I mean, there is a major, major difference in quality, which I think Funko is is kind of getting better at, like with the new chocolate Bonnie, which I don't have, by the way. I'm pretty sure that one is supposed to be really good. And yeah, so I mean, there is a major, difference. In case I didn't say this before, Bonnie retails for $30, but with shipping on Sanshee's website, that's coming up to closer to $40. So that's something to keep in mind. I believe that they do give you a coupon code, 10% off your first purchase if you just sign in. So that's not too bad. But yeah. So that is pretty cool, all in all. Again, one more thing I want to know. It's about the softness again, but I mean, you can really tell with just like my finger tracing around it. You can just see how soft that is. Just imagine that. You can see the plush material move around with my hand, but just think of that. Think of how soft that is. I also feel like this magenta color is actually a little bit softer than the purple that you see on the rest of the body, which is interesting. A few more things to note, actually. He's got his nose, which is basically the exact same as like Funkos and whatnot. Not too groundbreaking. His eyes are like this kind of plastic cups, which are then covered by the I guess felt, whatever material it is. And then the ears, there's a they're pretty cool. They're a little floppy, which is honestly really neat. And sometimes some of them will bend. My ear does not bend too great. And there's like a little, I guess, piece of cardboard within this bottom piece, kind of keeping it together. And then this top piece does not have that, so you can kind of flop these around a little bit more. So that's really, really cool stuff there. Now I'm going to read the card for you guys. So this is the collector's card. Now on the front, it just shows a picture of Freddy's silhouette. I believe this is the pin silhouette, which they are selling pins of the plushies if you want to get one. I think they're like $15. I personally wouldn't want one, but they're there. Now let me read this card for you. So it says, Bonnie animatronic, the original radical rabbit. Bonnie delights in shredding to the screams of his audience. This brash bunny never gets stage fright, but if you stay past a certain call, you might. So that's pretty cool. And then it says he likes sick guitar riffs and cameras, and he does not like broken strings, backstage security, and waiting. So yeah, then Bonnie would not like to wait for a Sanshee plushie, I guess. Yeah, and one other thing to note, he has I believe this is the pin of Bonnie that you can get. I don't know why it's on the cards, but it's pretty neat. I don't know. The pins are okay. They're definitely a little bit overpriced, if I'm being real. So yeah, the card is pretty cool. I'm probably going to display Bonnie, as you saw at the beginning of the video, kind of like this. He's holding his card, so you can kind of look at the plushie, and you can read the card. I think that's going to be a really cool display piece. But let's do one final thing, and let's compare Sanshee Bonnie plushie to some other ones. So let's start with Freddy. It's so funny seeing these two next to each other. You got big old Bonnie there. I guess we'll shift this over a little bit. Yeah, big old Bonnie. And then you got like this little Freddy plushie. Having a Sanshee really shifts my perspective about Funko plushies in many ways. The softness, first of all. I mean, the wave ones are pretty soft, but this is way softer in material, and also just in height. Like, whenever I look at Funko's plushies now, I'm like, man, these are so short. Because then I have this, and it's like, I didn't measure it. I'm guessing this is like, maybe a foot or so tall. So, I mean, it's pretty big. We got Bonnie next to Chica. And again, there they are. So yeah, and let's get my final FNAF 1 plushie of Foxy. And as you can see, very short. I feel like Foxy's for some reason a lot shorter than Bonnie, which interestingly enough. Okay, so yeah, that is basically my review on the restocked Sanshee Bonnie plushie with the collector's card. If you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing and liking. I know that I have not made too many videos as of late, but I do plan to be getting back at it. It's just school, man. I have a lot of stuff to do because I'm almost close to spring break, which means the end of the quarter for me, so a lot of stuff to do, but you know, I just want to focus on school a little bit more right now. But I do have some videos that I am planning on making very, very soon. I have a lot in the backlog for you guys, so stay tuned for a lot of cool content. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Take care, have a great day, bye-bye.